Does it seem like our lives are moving along at an ever faster pace? Take just one example, the online world, where algorithms feed us an endless stream of engaging content. But are we really living life faster? And is this change changing us? Pay close attention to Correspondent David Pogue.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Hang on one second. Oh, let me call you back. I gotta do a TV thing. Does it ever seem like something is going on with our attention spans? I mean, the world's #1 most downloaded app is TikTok, an infinite stream of very short video clips. Newspaper articles are getting shorter, and they tell you how much time you'll need to read them. And the average length of a shot in a movie is now under 5 seconds.
We're always holding another device. Like, if you're watching something, I feel like everyone always has their phone next to them or
That makes
after.
me so sad.
These days, multitasking while you're tasking is the norm among young people. Just ask counselor Lauren Barnett and her daughters Zoe and Sasha.
My roommates would all be like doing work on their computers, watching TV, but also on their phones, texting people.
I have a short attention span.
You hate long classes.
Yeah, I can't sit in long classes. I think I'm
Can't
just,
sit at long meals.
yeah.
Where are your phones right now?
Over there somewhere.
Is there any cell in your body that's like, as soon as this is over, I'm gonna go right over and...
Every cell.
So my book is called Attention Span, and it's basically...
I'm sorry, can you hang on one second?
Hello.
Just kidding. Gloria Mark is an attention researcher at the University of California, Irvine. Is there any scientific evidence that attention spans are getting shorter?
Yes. So we started studying attention span length over 20 years ago. We would shadow people with a stopwatch, and every time they shifted attention, we'd click stop. In 2003, we found that attention spans averaged about 2.5 minutes on any screen before people switched. In the last 5-6 years, they're averaging 47 seconds on a screen.
How can you get anything done if you're supposed to write a report and 47 seconds later you're switching to another app?
You do it with great difficulty.
Professor Mark maintains that a shorter attention span has 3 downsides.
The first is that people make more errors when they do attention shifting. Second downside is that it takes longer to do something because we have to reorient to every new task every time we shift. The third downside, maybe this is the worst of all, is that stress increases. When people are working on multiple tasks and they have to shift their attention, their blood pressure rises.
You don't have to be a professor to guess at the cause of our greater distractibility. It's technology, of course. Phones, social media, texting. Sasha Barnett can attest to that. Do you guys have iPhones?
Yeah.
Go into the screen time settings and tell us how many unlocks in a day.
You can do that?
Oh, pickups. Okay, yesterday I picked it up 236
Oh my
times.
God.
That's a lot.
So, is that it? Have we become the overstimulated zombies foretold in Back to the Future 2?
Okay, I want the channels 18, 24, 63, 109, 87, and the Weather Channel.
I don't think our attention spans have changed really at all. There's no data for that.
Cornell psychology professor emeritus James Cutting doesn't think it's time to abandon all hope.
I would point out that TSA baggage scanners work 2-hour shifts, and that's pretty intensive work for 2 hours. And many of us have watched teenagers play their games for many hours at a time. And it strikes me that that kind of attention span is pretty impressive.
But what about that business of movie shots getting shorter? I mean, we've come a long way from the pacing of 2001: A Space Odyssey in 1968. to Top Gun Maverick last year.
Smoke in the air! Smoke in the air! Hang on!
Cutting says that's got nothing to do with our attention spans. We just know the language of movies better than our ancestors did.
We have gotten over the decades a lot faster at picking up visual material. It sort of makes sense that a filmmaker would make the shots shorter. The filmmaker doesn't need to dwell on something like that.
Cutting also points out that even though TikTok videos are very short, movies themselves are getting longer.
There are a lot more movies pushing 3 hours now than there used to be. But of course, we also have long-form television where things can go on for 8 episodes, 12 episodes, or whatever.
One thing's for sure. As Lauren Barnett points out, technology's not going away.
It's their whole world. There's no job where they could be without it. There's no academic environment where they could be without it. Like, there's no social interaction unless they go away to the mountains for 2 months.
I am not an advocate of throwing away technology. What we need to do instead is learn how to live with it.
Gloria Mark has a couple of tips for staying focused. First, when you feel the itch to change tasks, analyze why. If it's just boredom or procrastination, make a deal with yourself that you'll work another 20 minutes and then treat yourself to a reward. Second, picture yourself at the end of the day. What do you want to have accomplished? How do you want to feel?
A concrete visualization of yourself sitting on the couch, watching your favorite show is really good motivation.
I mean, my grandfather died just shy of his 107th birthday.
Wow.
And he told me that his parents would say, "You're going to rot your brain listening to that newfangled radio."
Right.
For me, it was, "You're going to rot your brain watching TV.
Yep.
For you, it's, "You're going to rot your brain on social media." I mean, every generation thinks that technology is ruining the next one. That's why I'm hung up on this notion of, is it worse or is it just different?
Depends on whether they're considering productivity or considering well-being. And I think they're two very different things. I think they'll be just as productive, but their well-being, with all that increased productivity, there's no question that their well-being is negatively impacted. So therein lies the dilemma.